And now your first alert weather.
Again, a very nice one out there today, even just a few degrees warmer than yesterday. We're in this nice steady warming trend, at least for the next couple of days, with highs into the 50s today. We should be getting into the 60s over the next couple of days, but still going to be clear and cold tonight with the warming trend continuing here for this week until we get into the weekend. Yeah, if you got plans for this weekend, that's when things start to turn a little worse for wear. 54 right now as we take a live look at Idaho Falls. Winds out of the west at 8 miles an hour, and we are expecting to see, again, just a nice quiet night all across eastern Idaho and western Wyoming. Just a few high-level clouds off in the distance here in Pocatello at the Farm Bureau Skycam. We're at 57 degrees. Winds out of the north and the west at about 6 miles an hour. We're going to have those light winds out of the north here as we get through the next couple of days. We're under some high pressure, and we're going to be keeping the high pressure at least for the work week. You got this low. That's going to spin up some moisture well to our south, but the high pressure remains firmly in place, at least across our local region. But let's fast forward things a little bit because I keep hinting at the weekend, so let's get into it. Starting off tonight, let's take a look at that long-term future track because things are starting to get a little noisy to our south on Wednesday, but then here we go into Saturday. Saturday afternoon, we get an area of low pressure with a cold front that's attacking areas of eastern Idaho and western Wyoming Saturday night. Now, I stopped the clock here at 3 o'clock Saturday just because this is as far as I can take the model just to kind of illustrate what's happening. I want to show you what's going to be starting here. Saturday morning and midday, pretty nice, but it's Saturday night we start to see the first hints of this cold front coming through, and then we'll get more of these wicked winds, dropping temperatures, and it's possible we might see a touch of snow in the Snake River Plain by Monday morning. Tonight, clear and light winds out there. We're going to be looking at very nice conditions again for tomorrow with light winds at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. A few clouds to the south coming up here with that low pressure in Utah. Thursday, sticking with the mostly sunny forecast, and we have more of that for Friday. But we turn our attention to the west as we go into Friday and night and Saturday. That's when things start to turn a little bit messy as we look towards Boise, North Idaho, Central Idaho. Again, Saturday around 3 o'clock. That's when we just start to see the wet weather getting into central Idaho and then spreading to the east. For tonight, clear and cold conditions overnight. High temperatures near 60 tomorrow with north winds at 5 to 10 miles per hour. We're pretty close to where we should be for this time of the year. We're actually going to be maybe now actually above average as we move forward through the next couple of days with a lot of 60s on the map. 63 in McCammon, 61 in Soda, and around 60 for Soda Springs with 61 for Star Valley. Upper 50s in St. Anthony, 61 in Jackson, 57 in Island Park. We got the mid 60s in Salmon, 63 in Stanley, mid 50s in Arco, with highs in Idaho Falls at 59 degrees, 64 for Pocatello, and 58 at INL with lows down to the upper 20s. Here's that Jackson 8-day forecast. We got highs here in the lower 60s for Wednesday and Thursday, and we're going to be into the upper 50s on Friday, but this is when things get interesting. Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. The winds will start to pick up Saturday afternoon and evening. We got dropping temperatures and highs into the upper 30s for Monday in Jackson and upper 20s for highs on Tuesday. Salmon 64 for Thursday. We're going to be near 70 for Friday. Warm before the storm, right? And then we knock it back down to the upper 40s for Sunday. Sunday's going to be the worst day, so that's the first alert weather day at this point. Pocatello 60 for Thursday, 63 for Friday, and then we're going to get knocked back down to the 40s for highs on Sunday. It's cold enough. Monday morning we might get a few snowflakes in the Snake River Plain. Just warning you now. I heard some gasps from the news desk over there. 57 for Thursday, 58 for Friday. I got upper 50s on Saturday, mid 40s for the high on Sunday. Here's the thing. Again, there's enough moisture and enough cold air looking at the possibility of snow Monday morning. Not enough to really slow you down on the commute, but it's still going to be a shock to the system. We might see the first snowfall Monday morning. Back over to Linda and Doug.
All right, thanks, Michael. Definitely not ready for that. When we come back, the popular gaming platform Roblox is facing new investigations alleging it doesn't do enough to protect minors.